Welcome back to the Captain Chaos Show. And right now, this episode is named Game of Wars and a little Umang. Now, coming up here, February the 4th, is Game of Wars. And of course, Captain Chaos, representing XWL, will be there, of course. I've yet to find out what match I'm having, but I know I will have a match. No, I will not be in the Battle Royal. No, I will actually have a match, so don't you worry. But I know that XWL will do very well in that Battle Royal, and I wish them the best of luck in that Battle Royal. Yeah, that being said, I also can't wait for Game of Wars because of this mystery person that is going to show up at Game of Wars. Yes, one of my bestest allies will be coming there. The Green Warrior. If you have been paying attention, some of you just might know who this person is. But I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to let him show up because he does the same thing as Captain Chaos does. Shows up, kicks ass, most likely will win the match. Yes, there are times where I lose a match or two. I'll admit to that. But as long as the first item of business is kicking the ass is accomplished, I've already accomplished my goal for the evening. Now, that being said, let's see. Anything else about Game of Wars? Not really, not yet. But I'm biding my time and waiting to see who the lucky person is I get to face. Now, here lately on XWL, there's been a couple people flapping their gums. There's one fella out there named Nizley that likes to flap his gums a little bit. Not worried about him too much because I'm a little familiar with that fellow over in one of the other feds. So I'm not worried about him. He's just more or less like it's almost like, you know, a song that's sped up real fast, like chipmunk mode. That's what he reminds me of. Yeah, something like that. That's all I hear when he puts his types out comments and stuff like that. So I really just ignore him. And then we got this Umang character, who actually is a part of XWL. He's on the roster, as I've noticed. Of course, he's let's see, Umang Agrawal, the Legend Killer. So apparently he goes after legends and kills them. Well, that ought to be interesting. I wonder who his first victim is. But I tell you one thing, whoever his first victim is, when he tries to go kill a legend, I bet that legend kicks his little scrawny little ass. Let's see, hometown, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Resides in a colony, 75 pounds. Oh my goodness, that's, like a fly on the wall, man. Jeez. Man, I could just take a newspaper and swat you. Man, maybe you should have a match, Umang versus the newspaper. I bet the newspaper will win. And make the front page, though. Let's see. Spear as a finisher? Hmm, that's interesting. Know a lot of wrestlers that have the spear, either as a signature or a finisher. Not surprised by that. Spine buster. Oh, this is starting to sound familiar, isn't it? He is a heel. Good. Noticing by his comments, he does that very well. A little authoritative heel, it seems like to me. Almost like a Sergeant Slaughter type. Do this, do that, do this, do that. No, 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 no. You definitely ain't going to push this guy around. You come around, start, hollering around your 2 cents around me, guess what? You're just going to get your ass beat. So, don't even try it. I walk alone by saliva. Huh. So this looks like this Umang character is more or less like a Batista wannabe. Basically a carbon copy of Batista, except the only misleading thing is he's only 75 pounds. Batista was almost 200 pounds more than that. So, hmm, let's see. Here he comes into the ring. He's facing the almighty Captain Chaos, and he goes for the spear, and oh my goodness, he almost breaks his neck because he can't get through my ironclad abs of mine. Uh, and and then all of a sudden, he goes for the spine buster, but then he throws his back out because he can't even lift me up off the ground. I don't know. This guy has no room to talk, and he'll be squashed like a bug in no time. So I don't even know why he wastes his time running his mouth. Uh, that's about all I've got to say about the XWL. The Chaos Show continues with next the DWF.